The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today we're going to test and inspect the Tiburon ZX-25 powered by an Evinrude E-Tech G2 horsepower outboard. This boat is a hybrid design that blends the shallow water agility of a flats boat with the open water performance of a bay boat. Let's take a look. The main feature of this hull design is that she allows a shallow water angler to access flats where other boats simply can't go. The propeller and skeg run completely above the planing surface without losing water pressure or experiencing cavitation. Tiburon boats utilized CAD/CAM software to design their hull, deck, and console. The hull's running surface was devised to direct water flow up to the propeller without inducing additional drag. It's not enough for a boat to just float shallow for exceptional shallow water performance. It needs to have the ability to jump up on plane in the same water it drafts. The Tiburon ZX-25 has a maximum rated horsepower of 300. Our test boat was powered by an Evinrude E-Tech G2 outboard, which had a 25-inch shaft and turned a 14.6-inch diameter by 23-inch pitch 4-bladed stainless steel prop. With 2 people aboard and 60 gallons of fuel, our test boat weighed an estimated 2,717 pounds. We recorded a top speed of 48.6 miles per hour at 5,500 RPM. Best cruise came in at 3,500 RPM, where the boat ran 29.3 miles per hour, burned 9.1 gallons per hour, got 3.2 miles per gallon, and a range of 204 statute miles, with a 10% reserve of the boat's 70-gallon fuel capacity held back. Evinrude's other claim of 20% more torque could be felt as we were pushed back in our seats during acceleration. Now, let's look over her features. Starting at the bow, there's a large forward casting deck. The wraparound gun will serve as a great landing place for a bow-mounted trolling motor. Below the 3 molded fiberglass hatches are an anchor locker and 2 dry storage areas. The hatches feature compression latches, cast recessed hinges, and are held open by gas assist struts. The forward seat of the center console is actually a cooler with a padded seat cushion. This feature allows for more deck space if needed by relocating the cooler. The forward face of the center console has a large acrylic door to gain access for storage and rigging of controls and electronics, and systems including wiring, switches, and breakers can be accessed. The center console has a flat top with a built-in fiddle. The dash has open space for flush-mounted electronics. Below are switch panels with fuses, and below that are dual drink holders. The rear face of the console has a built-in storage drawer. The Icon 2 Premium throttle and shift control is fly-by-wire. Evinrude's built-in feature, iTrim, automatically trims your engine, allowing even a novice driver to trim like a pro. The helm has a tilt feature, along with Evinrude's exclusive dynamic power steering for improved handling, which allows the captain to select the steering sensitivity. These well-padded racing-style bolster seats give a secure feel, especially at high running speeds. Below the seats are a pair of folding footrests. The back of the aluminum seat base has 4 rocket launcher-style rod holders, as well as stainless steel cup holders. There are 6 more rod holders above on the trailing edge of the T-top. Under the gunnels are locking rod storage compartments. The use of a riser to mount the center console on gives the captain a better view down into the water column. Navigating in shallow water, the higher the captain is at the helm, the more easily he will be able to stay in the channel or spot a fish up in the flats. The riser has an aluminum base that saves weight over a fiberglass box that some other builders use. The stern casting deck has an unusual multi-level shape with a center-mounted seat cushion. Fiberglass hatches lead to plumbed wells and systems access. The barrel-shaped forward bulkhead has recessed cockpit drains. On both the port and starboard stern corners are 6-inch pull-up cleats. The hull extends past the transom. These 2 areas not only house the built-in trim tabs, but the additional displacement helps the boat to float shallower and plane off quicker. Notice how clean the rigging is at the transom with all of the E-Tech G2's controls running through one 2-inch rigging tube. Also notice how the tube stays stationary as the outboard turns. A hydraulic jack plate allows the outboard to be raised vertically, allowing the boat to run in extremely shallow water. Understanding the limitations of a flats boat, it's not a boat we would take offshore and troll for dolphin, but if stalking a fish in ultra-skinny water is the mission, this boat could open up access to the backcountry where fish get very little pressure simply because other boats can't go there. And that's my full inspection and sea trial of the Tiburon ZX-25 powered by the Evinrude E-Tech G2 For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.